When it comes to networking, you probably heard the term MAC address a lot. So in this lecture I am gonna cover what do you mean by MAC address, what it's used for, and how to change it. MAC address stands for Media Access Control. It's a permanent, physical, and unique address, assigned to network interfaces by the device manufacturer. So whether you have a wireless card, or a wired, or an Ethernet card, each one of these network cards comes with a specific MAC address that is unique on this card. So there is no two devices in the world with the same to this specific device. Even if you unplug it from the computer, and connect it to another computer, then this network device will always have the same address. So you might already know about the IP address is used in the Internet to identify computers, and communicate between devices on the Internet. The MAC address is used within the network to identify devices and transfer the data between devices. So each piece of data or packet that is sent within the network contains a source MAC and a destination MAC. Therefore, the packet would flow from the source MAC to the destination MAC. So because this is a physical unique address to each interface, to each network device, and because it is used to identify devices, then changing it will make you anonymous on the network. Not only that, but the MAC address is often used by filters to prevent or allow devices to connect to the networks, and do specific MAC address to another device. MAC address will allow you to impersonate other device and allow you to do things that you might not be able to. So you'd be able to bypass filters, or connect to network that only specific devices with specific MAC addresses can connect to, and you would also be able to hide your identity. Now changing the MAC address is very simple, so let me show you how to do that. First of all, I'm going to use the ifconfig command to list all the network interfaces available on my Debian machine. What I mean by network interface is any device that allow us to connect to a network. So an example is a Wi-Fi card, or an Ethernet card, and so on. So you can see first of all we have VNPL2S0, and this is a virtual interface created by VirtualBox to connect wired connection. There are also other interfaces like LO and WLP2S0. We will be using WLP2S0, that is wireless interface, or my Wi-Fi interface. You can see IP address, that is Internet column, and also we can see MAC address is Ether column. Now what we want to do is to just change the MAC address, which again is shown here under the Ether part. Now in order to change any of the values that you see in here, you have to first disable the interface. So in this example, we want to change the MAC address that is represented by the Ether, and the value is right here. So in order to disable an interface, we're gonna do ifconfig followed by the interface name, which is WLP2S0 in my example, followed by down to disable it. So now if I hit enter, you'll see the command runs with no errors, so it means that it got executed properly. And the next thing that we want to do is to change the option that we want to change. And in this example, we want to change the Ether, which is the MAC address. So first we're gonna type ifconfig, we're gonna type the interface that we want to change, one of its options, then we're gonna type the options that we want to change. And what we want to change is the hardware address, so we're gonna do HWEther. Then we're gonna give it new MAC address that we want to change. And here I am gonna give 002233445566. Now if I hit enter, the command execute properly with no errors. But make sure that your address starts with 00. And, finally we need to enable interface. So to enable it, just type ifconfig my interface, that is WLP2S0, and type up. Now if we hit enter, the command will be executed with no error and the interface is now enabled. And if we ifconfig again, you can see the MAC address has changed to new MAC address that we have give. So that much for today's session. Thank you.